Welcome to Quiz Time. My name is Simon. I'll be your host. Sit back, relax, and get ready for the next 100 questions. Let's get started. How many stars are there on the New Zealand flag? 4, 5, or 6? Four stars is correct. What was the name of the computer that beat chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov in 1977? Deep Purple, Deep Silver, or Deep Blue? Deep Blue is correct. Titania is a moon on which planet? Jupiter, Uranus, or Mars? Uranus is the correct planet. What is the chemical symbol for gold? Ag, Ar, or Au? Au is correct. Which NFL team won the 2024 Super Bowl? Kansas City Chiefs, Green Bay Packers, or New England Patriots? Kansas City Chiefs is correct. Lake Titicaca is located in which of these countries? Paraguay, Mexico, or Peru? Peru is correct. Can you complete the title of this 2005 action movie, Triple X, State of the Address, Union, or Lawless? State of the Union is correct. What is the name of the famous street located in New Orleans? Bourbon Street, Tequila Street, or Brandy Street? Bourbon Street is correct. Galactus is a major enemy of which comic book heroes? The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, or the X-Men? The Fantastic Four is correct. Who wrote the classic play Measure for Measure? Shakespeare, Euripides, or Marlowe? Shakespeare is correct. How many stars does the constellation of Aries consist of? 3, 4, or 5? 4 is correct. In Greek mythology, who flew too close to the sun? Phaeton, Actaeus, or Icarus? Icarus is correct. What did Albert Einstein do in order to stay focused? Play music, play chess, or play poker? Play music is correct. In the opening of the dystopian novel 1984, what time does the clock strike? 0, 13, or 7 past 8? 13 is correct. In what decade was NBA founded? 1930s, 1940s, or 1950s? 1940s is correct. The Amalfi Coast is located in which country? Italy, France, or Spain? Italy is correct. In what city was the Fresh Prince born and raised? New York, Chicago, or Philadelphia? Philadelphia is correct. Which singer starred alongside Jerry Lewis in the movies Living It Up and Hollywood or Bust? Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, or Sammy Davis Jr.? Dean Martin is correct. The image of Uncle Sam was first used during which war? War of 1812, World War I, or World War II? The War of 1812. What type of whisker would you find on a crystal set radio? Dog's whisker, cat's whisker, or seal's whisker? A cat's whisker is correct. What fuel source does a collier make? Charcoal, peat, or ethanol? Charcoal is correct. What is the second full moon in a month called? Sturgeon moon, worm moon, or blue moon? Blue moon is correct. Actor Liam Neeson was born in which country? Scotland, Northern Ireland, or Wales? Northern Ireland is correct. What ounce gloves are used for a heavyweight boxing match? 6 ounces, 8 ounces, or 10 ounces? "10 ounces" is correct. Who wrote the classic novel Don Quixote? Miguel de Cervantes, Carlos Castaneda, or Paulo Coelho? Miguel de Cervantes is correct. What percentage of cucumber is water? 70% plus, 80% plus, or 90% plus? "90% plus" is correct. The movie Animal House came out during which decade? 1960s, 1970s, or 1980s? "1970s" is correct. Michelle Bachelet was the leader of which country? Chile, France, or Indonesia? Chile is correct. What was the name of the hairstyle First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy made popular? Poodle, beehive, or bouffant? The bouffant is correct. Who is the Roman patron saint of hangovers? Saint Bibiana, Saint Lustaria, or Saint Augusta? Saint Bibiana is correct. Who was the Lady Bandit of Arizona? Mary Field, Pearl Hart, or Belle Starr? Pearl Hart is correct. The novel Life of Pi takes place in which ocean? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, or the Indian Ocean? Pacific Ocean is correct. Which golfer ended Tiger Woods' reign as the number one men's player in the world in 2004? Rory McIlroy, Vijay Sai, or Ernie Els? Vijay Sai is correct. The city of Frankenmuth is located in which state? Pennsylvania, Ohio, or Michigan? Michigan is correct. What alcohol would you typically find in a Stinger cocktail? Scotch, cognac, or gin? Cognac is the correct alcohol. During which decade did Betty Crocker come out? 1920s, 1930s, or 1940s? 1920s is correct. What is the northern tropic also known as? Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer, or Tropic of Antarctica? What is the northern Tropic of Cancer is correct. Lake Winnipesaukee is the largest lake in which US state? North Dakota, New Hampshire, or New Mexico? New Hampshire is the correct state. Insulin is produced in which organ of the body? Pancreas, spleen, or gallbladder? Pancreas is correct. Which infamous gangster was betrayed by the Lady in Red? Al Capone, Bugsy Siegel, or John Dillinger? John Dillinger is correct. Jenson Button is a world champion in which sport? Formula One, tennis, or skiing? Formula One is correct. In Greek mythology, Argus, Bontus, and Steropes were all type of what creature? Centaurs, cyclopes, or chimeras? Cyclops is correct. In which US state would you find the tomb of the unknown soldier? Rhode Island, Delaware, or Virginia? Virginia is correct. Virginia is correct. Chablis wine comes from which region in Europe? Tuscany, Burgundy, or Alentejo? Burgundy is correct. Granchio is an Italian word for what seafood? Lobster, squid, or crab? Crab is correct. The Battle of Bannockburn took place in which century? 14th century, 15th century, or 16th century? th century is correct. What comic book company was first founded as Timely Productions? DC, Viz, or Marvel? Marvel is correct. What did the Dutch elm disease attack in the 1900s? Trees, livestock, or people? Trees is correct. The 1995 comic movie Clueless is said to be based on which classic novel? Madame Bovary, Emma, or Jane Eyre? Emma is correct. Galveston, Mobile, and Tampa are all located on the shores of what body of water? Gulf of Mexico, Atlantic Ocean, or Great Basin? Gulf of Mexico is correct. The word Crayola comes from the French word for what? Child, color, or chalk? Chalk is correct. Which civilization lived by the code of Hammurabi? Sumer, Mesopotamia, or Babylon? Babylon is correct. A panatella is a type of what? Cigar, cake, or chorizo? Cigar is correct. Who replaced Richard Harris as Dumbledore in the Harry Potter movies? Peter O'Toole, George Alexander, or Michael Gambon? Michael Gambon is correct. What type of pet gets into hot water in the movie Fatal Attraction? A gerbil, a rabbit, or a cat? A rabbit is correct. Copenhagen was the name of the horse of which military general? Duke Wellington, Napoleon Bonaparte, or Robert E. Lee? Duke Wellington is correct. In The Wizard of Oz, what is Dorothy's last name? Squall, Gale, or Burster? Gale is correct. Which Scottish hero did Mel Gibson play in the movie Braveheart? Rob Roy, Robert the Bruce, or William Wallace? William Wallace. What does the word jaguar roughly mean in English? The one who leaps, the one who stalks, or the one who hunts? The one who leaps. Who starred alongside Jim Carrey in the 1994 movie The Mask in her first ever movie? Jennifer Aniston, Cameron Diaz, or Angelina Jolie? Cameron Diaz is correct. Saint Valentine is the patron saint of which disease? Epilepsy, HIV, or leprosy? Epilepsy. What planet in our solar system is tilted on its axis more than any other? Neptune, Mercury, or Uranus? Uranus is correct. How many years after the American Revolution ended did the French Revolution begin? 4, 6, or 8? 6 years is correct. What country is famous for its native penguin population? Madagascar, Angola, or South Africa? South Africa is correct. Lassen Peak is an active volcano located in which country? United States, Norway, or Argentina? United States is the correct country. Which female singer was known as Lady Day? Billie Holiday, Doris Day, or Ella Fitzgerald? Billie Holiday is correct. What flavor was the original Twinkie filling? Apple, custard, or banana? Banana is correct. What is lava called before it flows from a volcano? Molten, magma, or basalt? Magma. The modern three-point seatbelt was invented in which country? Sweden, United States, or Germany? Sweden is correct. What do speciologists study? Spelling, streams, or caves? Caves is correct. Who wrote The Legend of the Sleepy Hollow? Washington Irving, Edgar Allan Poe, or Ambrose Bierce? Washington Irving is correct. What food is known as a San Francisco treat? Apple pie, rice-a-roni, or fortune cookie? Rice-a-roni is correct. What is the name of the largest part of the human brain? Cerebrum, brainstem, or hippocampus? Cerebrum is the largest part. In what year did Lewis and Clark leave St. Louis and start their expedition to the west? 1800, 1802, or 1804? 1804 is correct. Who played the role of Tim the Toolman Taylor in the TV show Home Improvement? Ted Danson, Tim Allen, or John Ritter? Tim Allen is correct. Transylvania is located in which country? Romania, Croatia, or Bulgaria? Romania is correct. The source of a river or stream is called a what? Estuary, delta, or headwater? Headwater is correct. A pullet is the name used for what young female animal? Horse, chicken, or goat? Chicken is the correct animal. What happens to beer over time? It gets more bitter, it gets stronger, it gets darker. It gets darker. What body part did Woody Harrelson's character lose in the accident in the comedy movie Kingpin? A hand, an eye, a toe. A hand. The troll doll originates from which country? England, Denmark, or Sweden? Denmark is correct. Latrophobia is the fear of what? Doctors, hands, or balloons? Fear of doctors. What is the official name for the blob of toothpaste on a toothbrush? A curdle, a hurdle, a nurdle. A nurdle is correct. Which US state is known as the Treasure State? Montana, Nevada, or Texas? Montana is correct. What was Beethoven's first name? Wolfgang, Ludwig, or Amadeus? Ludwig is correct. Old Reekie is the nickname for which European city? Edinburgh, Amsterdam, or Paris? Edinburgh is correct. What make of car appears in the left foreground of the Beatles' Abbey Road album? Mini, Peugeot, or Volkswagen? Volkswagen is correct. Rum is made from what plant? Sea grape, sugar cane, or corn stalk? Sugarcane is correct. Where in the world would you find Catalonia? Spain, Mexico, or Argentina? Spain is correct. The NAFTA is a trade agreement between the US and which other country? United Kingdom, Canada, or Japan? Canada is correct. Double, double, toil and trouble is a famous line from which Shakespeare play? Hamlet, Othello, or Macbeth? Macbeth is correct. Who was the first emperor of Rome? Augustus Caesar, Julius Caesar, or Tiberius Caesar? Augustus Caesar is correct. Which candy bar was named after the inventor's horse? Milky Way, Mars, or Snickers? Snickers is correct. We Don't Need No Education is a famous line from which Pink Floyd song? Wish You Were Here, Another Brick in the Wall, or Comfortably Numb? Another Brick in a Wall is correct. What is the only US state that doesn't use a rectangular flag? Hawaii, Texas, or Ohio? Ohio is correct. Entomology is the study of what? Diseases, trees, or insects? Insects is correct. Who starred alongside Bruce Willis in the 80s TV sitcom Moonlighting? Sharon Stone, Sybil Shepherd, or Christy Alley? Sybil Shepherd is correct. In which decade was the 60s TV show Lost in Space set? 1990s, 2000s, or 2020s? 1990s. Demeter is the Greek goddess of what? Death, hunting, or agriculture? Agriculture is correct. Who is credited with the invention of the thermometer? Galileo Galilei, Leonardo da Vinci, or Isaac Newton? Galileo Galilei is correct. Well done on finishing this quiz. Leave your score in the comments below, and as always, like and subscribe to join us next time for some fun on quiz time.